All right, so here we have a sales tracking template or system that I used for a client. And in this sample, it's good to start with the client info page. So all these sheets work together cohesively to make this a very smooth and easy process. So first you'll put in the name of the client or the company, and then the main contact, email addresses, phone numbers, all that contact information you need. This can easily be adjusted based on what you want. And then you'll say, okay, now it's like, what orders did we get? So you put in your orders. So you have your product, the date ordered, date received, your order cost, and the amount in order. And this will calculate your cost per item and how long it took to ship to you. So we'll add a new item and say we ordered it on the 6th and we got it coming up. So the order for that shipment is $20,000 and we got 12,000 oranges. So it took 9 days for the shipment and each orange is $1.67. Great, so now you're gonna go over to your product pricing. You're gonna say, okay, we've got these oranges and we're gonna give them a price. So you still have your product, then you'll have a pricing date and a selling price. So say we price this out. And we're gonna price out each orange at $5. So you see your profit is $3.33 and the cost was pulled from your order tracking at the $1.67. So then you go to your sales tracker, and again you have your product, your dates. You have a date again for the date sold, client name, and the unit sold. And it'll calculate for you the total received, the selling price, the company cost for that order, the cost per item for that order, for that item, and then your profit. So we'll stick with our oranges, and the drop downs are all connected to your order tracking. Say, okay, we made this sale to Ralph's Farms, and he bought 1,000 oranges. So he paid $5,000 because it was charged $5 per each orange, and the company cost was $1,666 because the cost for the company was $1.67. So the profit is right here at $1,665. So on this tracker as well, there is an expense report. So you can track this client wanted to track their expenses about what they were doing throughout the year as well. So you can just have everything in order for taxes and such. So you track what you're doing with your expenses. You'd put an expense over here like Wi-Fi. And you'll scroll down and you just add it to the list and say, okay, so we paid our Wi-Fi bill. And it came out to $700. So now you have all this information being tracked. Then you go over and you'll have a sales tally. So you have these little tally sections that just kind of give you a quick overview of what you did for each month based on the product and the product key. So if you wanted to add oranges, it comes right up. And you can see quarterly what happened. And you can see monthly what happened. And even daily what happened. And this is all automated. You just kind of come in and peek around. And then it also has a year-to-date calculation. And for each product, there's a heat map. So you can see which ones did best and what was kind of lower. So if it's highlighted in a deeper color, then it shows you that was a good product that did the best among its other products. You also have this tally for the expenses. And this is done quarterly, so you can kind of see, okay, where was I quarterly with this? You know, it also has the yearly heat map, but it's okay, what happened quarterly? And you can add in, okay, I need to add in my Wi-Fi. And you see how much you paid for that. And again, you can open it up monthly and to the days. every day and see, okay, look, at this is where I paid, this is where it all happened. There's that, and then there's an order tracking report. So you can see also too, what orders did you place, and what days, when do you place the most orders? Maybe there's a certain quarter. And it also has a heat map as well. Say, okay, these are all pretty similar, but you can see where it's a little deeper, it's a little bit more money spent on that order. So after all of that, you have your entry points, you have your tally. There's also a nice overview just so you can see what's going on. So there's a financial sales overview. So in the financial overview, you have your product, you have your total units sold, total amount received, the product cost, and the revenue, and then also your return on investment. And again, there's a heat map, so you see, okay, this is where we did good. We had total received, 145,000, but it is a more expensive product, but still the revenue is higher. So it's good to just kind of see those things get pulled out at you, and you'd be like, well, why is this higher? And then the our sales weren't that high on this, or something like that. So just a good overview. And at the top, you have your total sales, your total cost, total expenses, and then the profit. Then here we have an order review. So you see what orders you've been placing, and then like what your current inventory is, the total units you've sold throughout the whole year or throughout this tracking system, and total ordered, the current inventory cost of what you have, and the current sales you've made on each product. So you can kind of gauge, okay, we need to make more sales here because we spent a lot of money on it, or we need to make, focus more on this part of our inventory because we don't need to buy anymore. So you have a summary at the top of your current inventory, total units ordered, total units sold, and then the inventory cost and sales overall. And over here, we have a snapshot view of your sales and your inventory. So you can see, okay, this is where we were for each month. This is where we got more inventory in February. So then we made more sales in February. Our expenses went up too, but we also made more sales. So a good visual of what's going on with every month and throughout the year for this client and for anyone who's tracking their sales. So you have your total sales, your total inventory orders, and then your total expenses. And this is tracked for each day of the month, and all put together into the spreadsheet. From the spreadsheet into this graph. So if you like this, please let me know, and please let me know if you have any questions.